Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I have a bunch of money saving tips and tricks and hacks for you. And today's video is actually a collab with my really good friend, Rachel Aust.
Hey guys, my name is Rachel and I have tips 1 through to 25 for this video. So don't forget to jump over to my channel and check them out. It'll be linked in the description box for you.
So like Rachel said, she will be doing tips 1 to 25 and I will have a link to her video down in the description. So make sure you check it out and subscribe because she makes amazing videos. And I am going to be doing tips 26 to 50. So there are so many tips that we have for you today. If you do enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any videos. And let's go ahead and get into the rest of all of these tips. Number 26, no spend challenge days. So take a day to challenge yourself to spend absolutely no money. And if you want to make it a little bit more interesting, you can totally get your friends or your family members in on it and you can challenge each other not to spend any money. Number 27 is to purchase generic prescriptions rather than the brand name. They're actually manufactured entirely in the same factory, so it is the exact same medication, it's just got a different box and a different label on it, and it will save you so much money. Sometimes the markup that they have on brand name prescriptions is phenomenal. I always purchase the no name, like home brand prescriptions, and it's a really great way to save some money. Number 28 is to avoid convenience stores, and I know that they are super convenient, but they do have a markup on a lot of their prices. Yes, some convenience stores are trying to price match some items in major supermarkets, but overall you will be spending a lot more money if you choose to do your shopping at convenience stores, so you'll have to go out of your way and go to a supermarket if you do want to save a little bit of money. Number 29 is to use the power saving setting on your electronics, so like your laptop or your phone. If you use the power saving setting, it will extend the battery life and you'll get a lot of a longer use out of it before you have to charge it again, so then you will not be using as much electricity to charge your devices. Number 30 is to check your bank for old direct debits. So this has happened to me before, and I actually had this online subscription service that I had thought I had completely cancelled was still actually taking money out of my account for about 6 months without me noticing. So I had to go back in and completely cancel that and actually get refunded for the money that I had lost, because I definitely had told them and I was able to prove that I had cancelled it like 6 months earlier. So make sure that there is nothing coming out of your account that shouldn't be coming out of your account. Number 31 is to use free cloud storage for storing your photos and all your files and your documents. There's Google Drive and there is also Microsoft Drive that are free online storage spaces, so you don't actually have to go and purchase external hard drives. That way you will save some money on some extra electronics. You'll also have less things cluttering up, because I have a great cluttered collection of external hard drives that is just totally unnecessary. So you're gonna save space and money by using the free online cloud storage. 32 is to use clothes horses and clotheslines to dry your clothes rather than using a actual clothes dryer, because they take a lot of electricity. It's gonna run up your electricity bill, and on top of that, your clothes are actually gonna last a lot longer if you let them air dry rather than putting them in the machine. So then you won't have to go through your clothes as quickly, therefore saving you some more money in the long run. 33 is to avoid sales. I know how tempting sales can be, but you tend to end up buying things that are completely unnecessary and things that you never ever would have even purchased in the first place, purely based off the fact that you feel like you're saving money when you buy it. So avoid sales because you're gonna be spending money that you would have never spent in the first place. Number 34 is to make your daily coffee at home rather than purchasing it. Coffees can range from like $3 to $6 a cup, and when you do that every day, it can add up very quickly. At home, if you have like an espresso machine or coffee pods, it's a lot cheaper. I think coffee then comes down to under $1 a cup, and if you want to go super cheap, then you can also use instant coffee as well with some boiling water and some milk. Number 35 is to make saving money a competition. Like I said before, you could do it with friends or family. Set yourself some goals, set weekly goals, daily goals, even monthly goals, and maybe even a yearly goal, and make a competition out of it. Make sure you do reward yourself with a little something at the end, though nothing too extravagant to completely override the fact that you've saved a whole bunch of money and you haven't been spending. But when you put it into a competition, you really feel like you've achieved something and you feel like you're working towards something, so it's very motivating to stay on track. Number 36 is to consolidate all of your loans. So if you have a few different credit cards and a few different loans, it's bringing it all together and putting it into one. That way you're not going to be having to keep track of different interest rates and different payments that have to come out every month. Everything just kind of comes into one, and if you do a little bit of research on finding the best interest rate, you should be able to get everything under control and it'll be so much more manageable. Number 37 is to actually order your groceries online and have them delivered. You can go and pick them up if you want to, but shopping online might sound like you're actually spending more money, but I find that when I do shop online, I save money, because when I actually go to the supermarket, I can see everything. I can see all the delicious foods that I don't need and all the things that I don't need but I want. And so if I go shopping, especially when I'm grocery, I'm gonna fill that trolley with so many unnecessary items and spend more money than I should. When I'm at home and I do my groceries online, I have to search for items, so I can't see everything and think, oh hey, I'll get that as well. I am only looking at the exact things that I want, so I'm only buying what I want and what I need, and therefore I'm not expending excessively on unnecessary items. Number 38 is to stop buying water bottles. Yes, it is so important to be drinking water every single day, but do yourself a favor and actually purchase a water bottle and keep refilling it rather than buying new water bottles, because buying new water bottles is such a waste. It just creates more recycling and more landfill if it's not recycled properly, and it's gonna save you so much money just refilling up water. Water is free from the tap. You don't have to pay to go to your kitchen and get water out of the tap, so keep refilling water bottles. Number 39 is to take your own food to work. This is kind of obvious. It does cost a lot of money to eat out and eat food like for lunch, go to the bakery, go to the sandwich shop, whatever it is that you're doing. You can be paying like $8 to $10 for a sandwich, and to be able to make that at home and take it with you is so much cheaper. So definitely look at maybe even taking leftovers from night before or just planning ahead, and you will save so much money if you take your own food to work. Number 40 is to eat more frozen vegetables. Frozen vegetables are actually really good for you, and the fact that they are frozen means they are going to last you so much longer. For me in particular, I live alone, I have to shop alone, so buying fresh produce can sometimes get completely wasted on me. Honestly, every week I am throwing out great food that just never got eaten because I got busy and I didn't have time to cook it or use it up. So having frozen vegetables, you know, like peas and carrots and all those kinds of things in your freezer, they will be there for you whenever you need. They will last you a really long time, and they're pretty inexpensive as it is anyway, and they're still really good for you as well. Number 41 is to take all of the items out of your car. Don't store stuff in your car. Don't leave random boxes and random things in your car. If you have a place to be able to store things, take it out and store them outside of it, because if your car is heavier, you will use more fuel when you do drive. So try and keep your car as cleaned out as possible so you're using as little amount of fuel as possible. 42 is also for cars, and that is to make sure that the air in your tires is the correct amount quite regularly as well, because when you get too much or too little, it can actually increase your fuel consumption. It can damage your tires faster, and then you would have to replace your tires sooner, which means spending more money and also using more fuel, which is spending more money. Number 43 is to go to the markets just before they close. So it'll be sometime kind of early afternoon here in Australia anyway, when markets go to close up, and as they're closing up, that's when they tend to kind of do like bags for a lot less than what you would have purchased it earlier in the day. They kind of just want to get rid of some of their produce, the things especially that they probably can't sell tomorrow, get rid of it, and then that way you're going to snatch up a really good deal and probably go home with heaps of fresh veggies for so much less than what it probably would have cost you in the first place. Number 44 is to pay annually rather than monthly. You will get a discount if you choose to pay in a larger amount for an entire year of service rather than monthly. I recently signed up to a service, and if I paid yearly, it was like $50 odd. If I paid monthly, it would have added up to like $120. So it was just so much more obvious to take the yearly one, even though I had to pay $50 straight up. It was just easier, and it saves me money in the long run over that year. So we've got a bit of a quick camera change here. I realized as I was editing that I had accidentally formatted the card with the last clip of this video on it. So we're gonna finish it off right now. Number 45 is to travel in off-peak season. So if you do plan on traveling, try and organize your holiday to be off-peak, because you will get more value for money, and you can even save money if you didn't want to spend the full amount of what you had to spend. You know what I mean? You could do the same holiday for a lot less and save a little bit, or you could go for an even better holiday for the same amount. So traveling in off-peak is really important. Number 46 is to keep a full freezer. If your freezer is really empty, it will have to work harder to be able to cool everything down, and then you will be using more electricity. So try and keep a full freezer. Number 47 is to pull out the plug from the wall from your electronics. Things like TVs, stereos, gaming consoles all have a standby mode, which still uses electricity. So if you want to save some money, then go ahead and pull out those plugs. And if you don't want to do it all the time, then make sure you do them when you go away, because because at least then when you're not even in your house, you will be saving some money on electricity. Number 48 is to use price matching methods. So most stores, especially electronics, will price match other stores. So the idea is to kind of play each store off and see which one will give you the best price for that product. Number 49, when filling your car with petrol, make sure that you hold the nozzle kind of halfway in, because then you won't be creating as much vapor with the petrol, which fills up your tank. So you'll actually be getting a lot more petrol in the car rather than just the vapor, if that makes sense. So rather than having the nozzle like completely down, even though it will fill your car up quicker, if you do have it only halfway down, you'll be getting more value for your money. And number 50 is to set up direct debiting with a lot of your bills. That way they will be coming out on time and you don't ever have to worry about forgetting them and then being hit with late fees, because late fees can be like $10, $15. And if you get multiple of those every month, then you're going to be added up very, very quickly into spending money that you didn't have to. So those are all of the 26 to 50 money hacks, tips, and tricks that I have for you today. I really hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe if you're new, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. Also, don't forget to go over and check out Rachel's channel. The list will be in the description, and up the top here I would leave a link to my last video. Down the bottom I'll have a link to another one of my money saving tips and tricks videos, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!